What's up? Hope you can hear me okay. Starting a little bit late because we have a handout for today, and right as we are going live, I noticed a massive, like not even a typo, like the sentence was like, what? So I had to fix it. Just that's because that's the way I roll. So there you go. So now I'm bringing up the handout. You can click on it in the link. So Doug, I did just decide to share it that way. Well, it's always a little bit of a dilemma when we have handouts as to whether or not we should give it to you at the top so that you can see it right away and go through it with me, or if we should go through it all and then give it to you. Let me know what you think. Let me see if I can't see your chats. Hi, Doug. Can you share it? Can you share? Because sharing is caring. I'm a little bit, okay, you totally bear with me. I'm like, there's a Springsteen song about running on empty. That's me today. I've just been traveling a lot. And had a just like ridiculous travel day yesterday. And then, okay, I'm a total California girl and I'm now on the East Coast dealing with snow. I know I'm a total wimp. I am a snow wimp. Is that a thing? Is a thing. And total scene came to me for total rom-con. It would be rom-con. Hi, Cindy. Nice to see you. Hi, Peggy. Yay. Because you guys will like this. Oh, thank you. Sorry about that. I should know that. Ooh, that was bad. Jackson Brown, not Bruce Springsteen. I warned you. My brain is not functioning on all cylinders. So I got to the car today. I've never driven. Well, I've driven like in North Dakota in the middle of the, nowhere in snow, which is not that big a deal because you can slide through intersections of snow. Everybody's doing it. But this was a highway, and I've never driven at night in full-on snow. And then this morning, so classic, coming out and my car is covered in snow. I'm like, well, I don't even know what to do. Like, it's the weirdest thing to be a grown woman and be like, I took out my glove. This is not functional. It's snowing while I'm trying to, and then it was so, I mean, I was laughing at least. I was laughing rather than crying because it was I could just see the locals like, because I'm in a hotel parking lot, so it's obvious that I'm a tourist and I'm in a tourist town already. So it's just, so then I finally open, it's a rental car, and I find the tool. I don't even know what you call it. And then I'm like, this is not, like, it doesn't work. And then I don't know, is this right? So I turned the car on to get the windshield warm, and then that helped. I'm trying to outsmart the snow. But by the time I get in the car to go, when I'm surrounded in snow, I only had to have someone help dig me out twice on the way to my destination. I did. The guy was like, turn off your traction. I'm like, my who? No idea. And so I get in the car and I am a mess. Like, I'm like sniffling and I thought now that's a rom-com moment. Like, right? It would be, right? Snow is terrible. It's beautiful. I love sitting in the Starbucks and watching it snow. Yeah. But you see movies, and I've seen some movies play on this, but I haven't really seen like Me Today. And it would be such a funny thing to have like I was like laughing at myself going, oh my gosh, I am such a total mess right now. Like, what if I had to like go live? I mean, for you guys, it's a little bit different because you kind of are used to yeah, right. Nice place to visit. I can't wait to, I mean, not that I don't like to see everybody, it's not that, but I thought that's a really funny scene though, if you're all dressed up to do some sort of presentation and then you get out in your car and you have no clue like how to deal with the snow on your car, and plus I'm sure this is wrong, but it was like I had so much snow in the car. I was like, this can't be right. And then I'm driving out of the parking lot. Of course, you got to put your ticket. Okay. I even warned Doug, I am a donkey on the edge right now. So I'm gonna pull it in, rein it in. I guess turn the car on, go back inside for half an hour. I mean, I have relatives in North Dakota, and but they're always, they do all the snow stuff, and this is the first time I've had to like shovel my way. Like I'm just not that guy. And it was a really interesting thing as I'm driving to my destination, house after house after house with no garage. Like, what are you, crazy? It's just crazy. It's so out to me. It's so funny. Like, what? In California, we all have garages, and it's like, I guess because our cars in California, it's just people think of their cars in a little bit different way. But I'm like, none of you people are crazy. And it was really early in the morning already, and there were people out there shoveling. I'm like, why do you live here? I can't even. And this, was not a bad day. Like, I got there, and of course, my relatives had a good laugh at me. I'm trying to find their place, and just it wasn't plowed yet. On the highway, I got smart and like, snowplow me behind snowplow like the whole time, even though it wasn't even snowing that hard. But I was just like, not going to take any chances. But I was really glad to say I wasn't the only. We had a little caravan of chickens behind the snowplow, like, and other people that are used to it, I guess. Oh, I swear, I felt like I got out of the car. My hands were being so nervous. Ugh. Okay. So good. But it was such a great romantic comedy thing, where she comes in. I don't know why I've pictured a girl. I guess because girls, like, there's more to mess up. So yeah, coming in just being, and then having to literally get out of the car and take snow out from my tires so I could get into the parking lot where I was going. It was not pretty. It's funny now. Actually, it was funny at the time. Poor guy's like, just turn off your traction. Okay. And I was like looking all around. He started laughing. I go, it's a rental. And he goes, that's good. So you can beat it up. I was like, sorry, California. It's pretty though. It's pretty. I was really happy. You did not miss a thing, Elena. You missed me like having a moment in snow. Okay. Focus in. So, big breath. Moving on. I'm going to. And then, okay, should I even share this? No, never mind. It's too embarrassing. Okay, rein it in. See, this is from doing the can-can. It's the can-can's fault. That's not going to make any sense to most people. Okay. What is a great screenplay to you? Thank you, Roger. He's like, hey, we're not here to listen to you. No, get with the program. Oh, that's, you know what, Wizard of Oz. Wizard of Oz is the one that we breathe. Thank you, Cindy. Breathe. No, I'm traveling right now, Elena. No snow in Cali. Roger, to answer your question, because we are going to talk about screenplays, in the start of our course, we start with Wizard of Oz because it is structurally, it's hard to find. As a matter of fact, we haven't been able to find one. If you find one, please let us know. We study a shooting script, which it would be really nice to find the original script. I doubt there is an original script that's still, around and available. There might be one that says it's the original script, but really what it is someone watching. I'll get you watching, So, and they transcribed it. But it's structurally really sound. It's even color coded, like in terms of structure. So it's a really good one to start with. I'll think about that too. Maybe we could post. Yeah, maybe we could post another one that's kind of more modern or whatever. There's a lot though. There's so many great ones. Anything by Wes Anderson, the Coen brothers, those are all just really good writing. It's a good question. That's a really good question. And so if you guys have other I was doing fine. You totally made me start laughing. Okay. I'm usually not this bad in Gatekeepers. In Screen Readers, I kind of let it fly a little easier. But, okay, anywho. Yeah, this remake or original of, I'm not sure what you mean. Yeah, there weren't many PDF was not really a thing in 1940. Okay. Okay, So we're here today. Let me know what you mean, though, Roger. And then if you have more questions about it, and then I'll kind of have that in the back of my mind. And Doug, if you think of one that's a really good modern screenplay to study. We also study When Harry Met Sally right out the gate, but because it's so different than Wizard of Oz. It's not, I wouldn't call, if you're brand new though, When Harry Met Sally is a little bit more advanced. Really, romantic comedies are really good. You want, when you're first starting out and you're trying to get what formula is and what structure is, and even character development, sidekicks, and, you know, what are they called? Supporting characters. I know this. Give me another 20 years, I'll get it right. Supporting characters are romantic comedies, only because they are so formulaic, and so, you know, the inciting incident happens, like they all kind of lay out, and they also usually have pretty stellar supporting casts. That's one of my favorite things about romantic comedies. So they are a really good one to study the format of a screenplay in general, because it's a very much 1 act, 2 act, 3, you know, boy meets girl, boy loses girl, boy gets girl. It's a very formulaic structure. There's usually a chase in the end. You know, they break up or they get engaged or whatever the thing happens that shifts their relationship happens usually, and that's the turning point in act 2. It's pretty laid out. So I hope that answers your question. That was good. Stay serious there, because inside I'm laughing. Chinatown. That's a little more advanced, but that's a good one. Yeah, because Godfather 2 is a little more, see, Doug can't help himself. He's too smart. Godfather is a little bit difficult. It is good. It is good on its own, but it's hard because we have the connotation of all the movies when you watch The Godfather. So any sequels and trilogies and all that, it gets a little bit it can get it's easy for you. It's not as easy for you to study it because your mind can run off on the bigger picture of sequels. So when I did the can 6 times a day, I developed really bad habits because we were just, you know, trying to get through the day so we'd make each other laugh. And so that's why I can lose it and have a hard time get together. So we're going to talk about being coached and being coachable, and because, as most of you know, so we have different ways of learning, right? We've got the screen reader course, basic course, people pay for it, we give a course. It's a class, like college class that you take. And then we've got Gatekeepers, where we do these trainings. So we have a similar, like we're actually doing the same training in screen readers today as we did in Gatekeepers. We just go deeper in screen readers and do a little bit more. But in Gatekeepers, we do these free trainings every week, a really good way to learn. So we recently had a whole bunch of new students come on board. So as this is happening now, and then recently we had an influx of thousands of members join Hollywood Gatekeepers, because there's thousands, so it would be plural. I'm just cracking myself up. I told you, Doug. I was like, brace yourself, man. Yeah, sure. Yeah, Gone with the Wind. It's an adaptation, which puts other things in there. If You Could Men, that's an adaptation as well. So it's a little bit different too, and it's very, to me, If You Good Men is an adaptation of a play, and it's very play-y to me. Yeah. Yeah, Lawrence of Arabia, not a romantic comedy. I'd have to look at Lawrence of Arabia. I haven't seen it in a really long time, and I can't quite remember the structure of it, and I've never seen the screenplay. But don't you love it? How people are coming up with answers, Roger? It's pretty great, right? And that's a good question. Thanks for asking it. Okay, so because we've had thousands of people join Gatekeepers, we're seeing a lot of back and forth and questions and people sharing their opinions, which is exactly what we want. Love it, love it, love it. So it made us start thinking, you know, there's a lot of people are coaching each other. I'm seeing it everywhere, and we want that. That's fine. We want 2 sides of this. One, we want you to learn as much from as many people. You know, I try not to use the word teach, or I don't really think of you as my students. Like, I try not to go there, because I really feel like this is a give and take. It's not like, there is no one way. So it's not like, this is it, class, Bueller. So we really try to, it's far more lucid, which is not me. It's far more fluid is the word I'm looking for. It's far more give and take. There's a lot going on. So We want everyone coaching each other. So you want to be open. You want to be learning. You want to be like ready to learn and be coachable. And so we thought, you know what, I'm not sure. I don't know. And tell me how many, you know, if this is a common thing for people to talk about being coachable. Hi, Gary, to talk about having people, you know, what is being coachable? What does that mean? Is this a common phrase that people, I hear it a lot because I am in so many courses right now. I'm taking as many courses as I possibly can to make this as phenomenal as we can do it, as we can make it. So I'm always hearing, are you coachable? Are they coachable? That's a big term in the online space. So we thought we'd talk about it a little bit just to see. And then we also want it from the side of if you want to be a script supervisor. Uh-oh. If you want to be a script consultant, ding, 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 ding. If you want to be a script consultant, you know, and you want to be or a script coach. Now, typically, when in terms of when we're referring to it, we're referring to script consultants as people that work on the script. You're saying, you know, fix act 1, page 1 rewrite. You know, you're really in the nuts and bolts of the script. A script coach, in our opinion, is more that you're working with a writer. Get those pages in and, you know, work on that. You know, you're a little bit more of a cheerleader. And it's a little bit of both. So in terms of being coachable, we want you to kind of know, spot the signs when someone is not being coachable and not willing to learn, and what can you do about that? When someone is being defensive, which is so common in the writing world, and even if you scroll through the feed and you see these conversations, woo, some defensiveness goes up. And it's really hard not to be defensive. It's your work, it's your baby. And people are defensive much of the time. So how do you combat that? So I want to talk about that a little bit. So we thought we'd dive in a little bit, talk about that. We're going to go, there is a handout. The click is in the link. For those of you who's joining us, I've had a very long week of travel and craziness. So I'm a little bit skewed. I mean, more than normal. So, yeah, I keep like going out of frame. Am I doing? Oh no, it's because sorry. No, it's this way. Okay, sorry. It's hard to, you know, direct yourself and okay, makeup. So, so there is a handout that you can click on. Just checking my frame there. There is a handout that you can click on, and I'm going to kind of go through it really pretty quickly. I mean, we don't. I was like, we don't like these to go more than half an hour, but I wasted so much time talking about snow. Sorry. Is there an email address? Hollywood screenreaders at Gmail is our hollywoodscreenreaders@gmail.com. You can reach us there. Ask away. So what is being coachable? What does that mean? What is, you know, and why does it can have a bad rap. It can have a thing. And if you've worked in the corporate world at all, it is a thing in the corporate world that they say, we're going to have a meeting today and we're all going to be coachable. And it becomes, everyone mocks it in the hallways. And if you've been in that world, I feel your pain. And so it can become a really, have a really negative connotation. And so there can be a real stigma behind it, kind of like therapy. Sometimes there's a real stigma. That's getting better. And I love that there's so much more talk now about mental health in general. It's becoming a thing like it is. You want to be mentally healthy, just like you want to be physically healthy. And there's no, we don't put the same, if somebody's ill with a physical illness, we don't ostracize them for that as like we do if someone's ill with a mental illness. So it's like that we're starting to see some progress there is really great. And so, but both though, therapy can have stigmas on it, and so can the idea of coaching or being coachable or having retreats or having meetings where you have long meetings and you're like miserable. So and there's a thing of like, if leaders are asking for feedback, if you're a leader and you're asking for feedback, is that seen as being strong or weak? Like, how would you particularly feel about that? Yeah, Doug's exactly. Thanks, Doug, for posting that. So also in the power of the news and social media and the culture of conformity, I wanted to talk about that just for a second here in terms of it is amazing to me.